I don't need you now. When I need you, I know where to find you.
If you need me, you're not going to see me.
I won't even need you tonight.
First, don't let this girl talk to you, man.
No. She's my darling, no one.
If you have sense, do whatever you want to do. And if you're a coward, listen to your friends. Doyin is my friend. I do what I want, not because she wants to tell me something I want to hear.
You are not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere.
Except the viewers are fucking mad. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, bitch. Just stay here. We're here. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're here.
Caused some drama for himself, you know, with Ilebaye and Doyin last night. Now, it wasn't anything too hectic, you know, it was just more like Ilebaye getting in her feelings because, of course, she was not ready for the result of the bargain that she had actually had with Cross in the first week. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you are not really sure, but don't worry, I'm going to juggle our memories, all right, about this whole situation, because last night Ilebaye would have lost her cool if not for the double strikes that she's already got, and that frustration, you know, broke her into tears because she was so frustrated. And I knew that the Ilebaye that we've seen in that house, if not for the strikes, she would have, like, guys, completely went off on Cross. She was so pained, she was so frustrated to the point that she was literally hurling curses, insults at Cross. PERE was so disappointed and had come to take Cross away, and she had ended up throwing subtle jabs at PERE right in his face. And guys, I was looking at Ilebaye and I'm like, hey Ilebaye, this is the same PERE that you call your daddy in the house, and you're insulting him right there and then. I mean, guys, in a way, I was kind of disappointed in Ilebaye, but you know what? Let me just stop beating around the bush. I'm going to get into this video and share all the details with all of you, all right? And afterwards, of course, I will ask you the question of the video, okay? So please make sure you watch the end of this video. Do not skip out on any part, all right? And you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. If you are yet to subscribe, please, I beg you, go ahead, do exactly what you see on your screen, all right? And yeah, please feel free to like this video and share, and of course let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because this video will not be complete without me knowing what you think about the details of the conversation. All right, now that said, let's proceed. Now, we all know what happens, you know, every time there's a party in Big Brother's house and alcohol is involved. These housemates, under the influence of alcohol or whatever keeps on working their brains, get really emboldened, get really courageous, right? I mean, some of them that would never have done something, that is when out of the blues you just see them performing. they would just start misbehaving, yes. And so under the influence, Cross had made advances at Doyin. He had pulled Doyin to his laps and he was kind of making a move on her, you know, wanting both of them to be a thing in the house. And Doyin did not like the idea. We know that Doyin is a very, very principled person. Aside her multiple personalities and her extreme loyalty for a friend, Doyin is very, very principled, and there are certain boundaries that she has proven to us that she will never cross. Yes, and what Cross was demanding of her, or maybe should I say proposing to her last night, was just one of those boundaries that she would never cross, you know, becoming a side piece to her best friend's boyfriend, or maybe love interest, yeah, to her best friend's love interest. It did not really make sense to her. And then she was, you know, she was outrightly telling Cross that no, don't ever try that with me. I will not, you know, get into whatever you want to do with you. You like my friend Ilebaye, so you stick with that. Don't bring that energy to me. And you could tell that Cross was actually under the influence of alcohol. And guys, I mean, listen, I never ever take Cross serious whenever he's tipsy or drunk or anything, because that guy will literally say what he wants to say, and then the next morning he will not think about it, and then he'll say, well, that was Cross the boss in action, not him. And he kept on saying it last night that it was actually Cross the boss that was in action. Now, we don't know what happened after that time, or even maybe after they got into that. We don't even know what happened, but after many shenanigans happening in the house, people were playing here and there. CEECEE was even playing with PERE. Rough play. That PERE was even, she would run to PERE's arms, PERE would hold. Guys, hey, let me put it one side first. When they wake up in the morning, we'll find out if they were doing it in their right frame of mind, but put that aside. Now, as I said, we don't even know what happened, but the next thing we saw was Cross was on the floor. Angel had gone to go talk him, out of misbehaving, because it was very obvious that he was just being overly hyper. Yes, so he was on the floor, he was playing, they were playing hide and seek and chasing each other around the house, and he was on the floor, and Angel had gone to go plead with him to get up, that they should go to the room. So it was when they went to the room together, Doyin and Ilebaye, they were in Doyin's bed, or in Ilebaye's bed, and Ilebaye was of course very sad. And when Ilebaye saw him, she started chasing him out of the room, like more like saying, you have to go, I don't need you. And he too was just saying a lot of things, that no, but I want to be here. And she was like, no, I don't need you, you have to go. When I needed you, you were not there, so I don't need you anymore. Now, to cut the long story short, Ilebaye was really upset, and she felt like Cross was being controlled by his friends. She felt like Cross does not want to reciprocate her affections. And Cross was just catching cruise with the whole matter. So because of the way he was laughing, everybody got really upset, and then she started insulting him. That just get out, get out. Now, PERE heard all of these things because Cross was standing by the door. So PERE came and said, come Cross, let's go. Don't allow this girl to talk to you anyhow. That was what really triggered Ilebaye at that point. And then she was like, why would you even say I want to disrespect Cross? I would never disrespect him. I will never. I'm like, girl, you're already disrespecting him. What are you talking about? She kept on going on and on about, oh, Cross, you're a coward because you listen to your friends. In fact, if you listen to your friends, you're a coward. So it was more like her daring Cross that, oh, if you leave because PERE says you should leave, then it means you're a coward. It means you don't have a mind of your own. But if you don't leave, then I respect you more. So Cross was just standing there, obviously tipsy. The guy was just laughing, and Ilebaye too had actually consumed alcohol. According to Doyin, her friend, she had actually drank a lot. Yes, it was just obvious that both of them were just being stupid together. Yes, they were just being stupid together. So the back and forth was just there, and in a way she started kind of attacking PERE, and you could tell that it was just the frustration of whatever was eating her up. And Doyin was just solidly by her side. After she said all the things she wanted to say, Doyin said, oh yes, she said what she said, and that's on period. I say, what's going on here? Obviously, PERE had been disappointed in the way that Ilebaye had actually insulted him. And at some point in her plenty talk, she was like, oh, I would never disrespect you, daddy. You're my daddy in the house. And PERE said, nah, you would never talk to your father like that. So nah, cut that crap, But anyways, PERE and Cross, they had left, and they didn't really take it to heart, because for them it just felt like, nah, that the girl is kind of mentally unstable. That was what they said. But for me, I just felt like it was just the alcohol talking at that point in time. Yes, all of those things that she was saying, they were in her heart, of course, and we know that alcohol in a way amplifies people's emotions, and they say what they want to say at the spur of the moment. Now, it was after they had left that Doyin was now talking to Ilebaye about how Cross had actually made advances at her, and apparently she had actually told Ilebaye about it before, hence the reason Ilebaye was really upset. So Doyin was trying to advise her to maintain her dignity and not allow this guy to play her in the house. And Ilebaye was very, very adamant, and she was getting really upset, and you could tell that she was very frustrated that she could not do anything about her emotions at that point in time, because she had just one lifeline remaining in Big Brother's house. So she was struggling and crying, and Doyin too was talking a lot. And guys, I'm sorry, but at that point in time, I'm like, Doyin, you can see that this girl is in her emotions right now. At least just shut up, just stop talking. Because Ilebaye wanted to speak, but Doyin kept on talking and, kind of compressing Ilebaye's own thoughts with her own words of wisdom, in quotes. And Ilebaye was so frustrated, she had to scream, and then she went under the duvet, and then she was crying heavily out of frustration, guys. And I could tell that she was deeply pained. And then Doyin hugged her from behind and was consoling her and telling her, don't worry, you're not going anywhere, because she actually reminded Ilebaye that Ilebaye has 2 strikes, so she needs to be careful how she reacts with people. That apparently Ilebaye had actually almost had an altercation with Alex earlier, so she needs to control her temper, So I just felt really bad for Ilebaye. And then it was much later at night that Angel, Doyin, and Ilebaye were having conversations about the whole situation, that Ilebaye now speculated that Cross had kissed CEECEE. And I'm like, Cross kissed which CEECEE? Impossible. Like, absolutely impossible. So they were asking her again, that did you see it happen? When did it happen? She was like, I'm not sure. I just saw both of them on the dance floor. They were dancing. I'm like, this girl is being delusional at this point. Now, Ilebaye's bone of contention in that, you know, that their small meeting was she cares about Cross. From the conversation they were having, Ilebaye was trying to convince Doyin and Angel that she does not really care about Cross like that. She just wants to have fun. Now, she will say that 1 minute. The next minute, she will say that, oh, she cares about him, but she does not like him. Guys, please, what's the difference? That she cares about Cross, but she does not like Cross. Even my brain cannot really process it at all. Doyin, on the one hand, was advising her that she should consider her brand and not allow this guy to put mud in her face. That she should not allow Cross to take her for a ride in this house. But Ilebaye kept on insisting that she just wants to have fun, that she wants to kiss Cross, she's going to go ahead and kiss him, and then she will move away. That, oh, Doyin, if Doyin wants to go ahead and play Cross, Doyin should go ahead and play Cross. Guys, when Ilebaye was saying all of those things, I was just laughing. Because 1 minute she would say she does not like the guy, another minute she would say she cares about him. Guys, I was looking at this girl and all I could see was jealousy. Jealousy at the fact that, you know, she was probably expecting Cross to match up her energy in, you know, exchanging affections, but Cross is just not interested. And Bbnaija had actually asked Cross earlier where his affections laid, and he said he does not feel anything for any girl in this house, that the only girl that he almost feels something for is Mercy, and he said that that's because they have a special kind of relationship on the outside. I say, hey! It's only in Big Brother's house that we'll be hearing different descriptions of relationships. Is Mercy your friend or not? Or is there something else people are doing that we don't know about? Anyways, what I saw in all of the tantrums that Ilebaye was throwing was, number one, Ilebaye is still a child. Yes, even though she's 22, I feel like our emotions are not fully developed. Yes, some of our emotions are more developed than the others. Then the other ones that should actually help her exercise control over our raging feelings are not properly developed. Now, for someone that actually struck up an agreement with Cross in the first week during their Thursday night pool party, where they had shared their first kiss, right, where they had actually had an agreement to be in an open relationship, guys, it was just very obvious last night that Ilebaye's mind and emotions are not ready for such an agreement with anybody at all. Because number one, she's still very young. She hasn't really gathered enough experiences in relationships, in dating, in friendships and all whatnot. And so the fact that she thinks that she'll be able to manage an open relationship in a confined space where you cannot look away if you want to, where you cannot walk away or dismiss yourself or just make yourself disappear if you want to. Guys, I mean, it just made me wonder, like, girl, what were you thinking? What makes you think at all, for any reason, that you can match up to Cross's energy when he talks about open relationship? Because I was just listening to her that first week when she was saying that, we actually agreed to like other people, be with other people. And I'm like, that's exactly what Cross is doing right now. Cross is liking other people. He's spreading the likeness. He's spreading the attraction. And you are here, you are stewing in anger. You are here, you want to kill yourself. You want to catch a disqualification over Cross, that boss that's performing. Not even Cross himself. So guys, Angel was of the opinion that she should have a conversation with Cross to understand where they stand. But I'm like, what conversation are they having again? They've already had this conversation before, not once, not twice. So guys, they kept on advising this girl, but she was so adamant to do what's on her mind. Me, I'm waiting to see if they're going to have that conversation today or not. But in the meantime, I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think Ilebaye is actually shooting herself in the leg? Or do you think it's all Cross's fault? What are your opinions, guys? Please go ahead and share in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.